Before our retirement began, we had balcony rooms and fjord views, but without the luxury price tag.
Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Liza. We just spent 5 nights in Southampton.
And before we rolled our luggage basically across the street to go to the port, we were really ready to swap our city streets for those ocean views.
And since we're all about making slow travel realistic, we're going to share what our pre-cruise costs were and what those 2 cruises cost us.
We landed in Heathrow and went straight to Southampton via a car service.
Yeah, and it cost us $175, but he got us to the Marriott Moxie in an hour.
No time.
No time at all. The Marriott Moxie was a good choice, by the way.
Brilliant location.
It was like right across the street from a mall with a bunch of food, right next to the medieval walls, but more importantly, it was a stone's throw from the port.
Yep.
That was the best part. Actually, the best part would probably be that we got that deal. We were going to pay $1,200 for our 5 nights.
If you bought points.
Then it cost us $687, so we saved over $500.
It ended up being a pretty cool jump point for us for all our day trips.
Right? And for everywhere we ate.
Yeah.
Everything was right there.
The Duke of Wellington. Super cool pub. And I couldn't wait to get myself like a fish and chips or an English pint as soon as we landed. So
Well, I ended up getting the fish and chips, and you got...
I got a Guinness Stout meat pie.
Yeah, and then 2 beers that we had, that cost us $70. Not bad for a...
Comparable to back home.
Yeah, right? We also ate across the street. Another restaurant that I liked that we went to was...
Right at the mall.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. It was a play on words for that place.
Tycoon.
Yeah,
It was Thai food. Thai food at Tycoon. And that was a great dinner too, but we got appetizers and more there, and that ended up costing a little under $100. And but again, relative to...
Super delicious though.
Yeah.
Hunting down coffee was a chore at first. We found the Starbucks near the water, but then I found E-Bakehouse, which turned out to be the place.
Oh my, I wish we had found it sooner. It would have cost us a lot though, because I have to tell you, it was like $20 every time we ate there.
Oh my God, way too expensive, but whatever. Like it was like a French bakery.
It was, everything they made there was, you wanted to eat it all. And I loved being able to sit at the counter and people watch while we were having our breakfast. So that was a great find. I really enjoyed that. But what I was really excited about the most about hanging out in Southampton was leaving Southampton. Just kidding. No, I really wanted to go to Stonehenge, and I knew that that was a perfect location. If we took our cruise from Southampton,
a bucket list kind of
we'd make
item.
it to Stonehenge. And we didn't plan it in advance, which I usually do, so I was a little worried, but we had
It had to be a good weather day.
Yeah, we had a good weather day, and so it was perfect. And so I went online and I found the Stonehenge tour, and I thought that was easy. Just there was a couple of other companies, but that one seemed I think that's the main one.
You just get a shuttle from Salisbury right to the Stonehenge Museum, which then from the museum you can get another shuttle,
And we only had to get ourselves to Salisbury to get the Stonehenge tour.
Right.
And that's when we found out about
A rail card.
Yeah, what was it called?
2 together.
Yeah, and it cost us, I want to say it was £35. So that's probably about $45 US. And it gave us 30% off on every other ferry and train ride that we were going to take. And it's good for a year.
We used that multiple times. So we got discounts every time we went on anything public.
Yeah, I never did the math, but I'm pretty sure we already got our money's worth.
We made that back.
Yeah.
So Stonehenge was really cool. Easy to pick up the shuttle in Salisbury. We opted, I guess, to go find a coffee instead because we realized that we could have stayed at the train station to get the Stonehenge shuttle.
We realized that as we watched it go right by us as we were walking away from the train station, but we needed our coffee, so that worked out. And there was a stop in the center of town right across the street from the coffee.
Right. And the guy was crazy. I wouldn't say he was a crazy driver, but it was really fast driving in a small, tight town where you felt like he was going to go over sidewalks.
Oh, it was totally Harry Potter double-decker.
Yeah. And he just flew through the countryside. But once you get out to the Stonehenge facility, there was a cool gate usher who told us that you could walk through the fields there. And so we opted to not take the shuttle bus or to even walk the paved road, but you can walk through these fields, which kind of was cool because then you felt really like you were one of the original people walking through
Yeah, the approach to the stones was completely different than if you just jumped off a shuttle and you were there.
Right.
So that was nice. And I really enjoyed finally being able to see Stonehenge, which I guess geared us up for more day trips because the next day we had another good weather day and we decided to go to Isle of Wight.
We know about these concerts that take place there. And so we're going to just see what that island was all about.
Yeah, I was curious. I mean, I know we weren't going to a concert, but I just wanted to see, well, what's it like in Isle of Wight? And it was a little bit like familiar to us in the sense of what, Nantucket?
And Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
It just has cool port towns. And so we just hung out in Cowes.
Cowes Wharf.
And then got Aperol spritzes.
Yeah, that was nice. And
hung out on the parade.
Yeah, it was a place called the Globe.
Yeah, they called it the boardwalk right on the seashore of the parade. Then we just walked the entire seashore all the way out to this place called Egypt Point. We got to see all the channel traffic, got to see a cruise ship go through.
That was really cool. The Red Funnel ferry to get us there cost us, with the 30% off, $37. The Aperol Spritz snack that we had at the Globe was $43. And then we got those Whippies.
Yeah, that's just like soft serve ice cream for them.
And that was about $6. All in all, not a bad day trip.
Easy.
And beautiful weather and very relaxing, I thought. Since we were having such great weather days, the next day just called for a beach.
So we went all the way to Bournemouth.
Yep, we just were like, why not?
Since we had that rail card, we took another train ride to Bournemouth from the Bournemouth train station. It's not a short walk. It's like 25 half-hour walk to the beach, but super easy and flat. There was a staircase to go under a big street, but that was about it. The boardwalk's gorgeous.
Oh.
All this workout equipment. You can rent bikes for basically $6 an hour. Do what you want. It's a really neat, kind of like huge sandy beach.
Yeah, I loved it. I would go back. I think it was a great big beach. Sandy beach is what I like. And
yeah, it reminded me a lot of Santa Monica.
Yeah, and there was a lot of activity, a lot of people having a great time. And then we went to that park and there were just people hanging out at the park.
Oh, in the city of Bournemouth itself, yeah. So like we got to even eat there.
Yeah, we ate at that urban garden. And that was good. I want to say that cost us a little more than expected for a lunch, but I think it was about $70. It was a good lunch.
But delicious.
It was fun to just relax all day in Bournemouth. Moxie to the train station was just 15-minute walk. And all of these rides, the ferry, the 2 train rides, they were
all less than 15 minutes to get to, right?
To get to, because you're getting to the train station, but they were all about 45 minutes to an hour to get to the locations.
Right.
So it was very easy to go to and come back from in a day.
And not be exhausted.
Yeah, at all. And we weren't. And I could have continued on, but it was time to get ready for the cruise, so we needed to get our laundry done.
We needed to make
time.
sure that we were all set for our 2-week cruise.
And there were a couple of choices for laundry, but the one that we found, I think, was the best one. It was called Foy's Corner, I want to say.
I can't believe you remembered the name, but I remember where it was located, and that was right next to a microbrewery called
Of course you remember
The Witch's Brew.
Right, yeah, the Witch's Brew. That was a cool place for you.
And so then we got to just at least enjoy a pint while our clothes washed.
Yeah, they washed pretty quickly too. I'm sure that disappointed you because you didn't have time for a second beer.
The laundry place is really nice. It's big. I liked how big it is and a lot of good folding tables.
Yeah, and it only cost us about $25 to do our laundry, and your beer was probably $7.
Yeah. Real
So
cheap.
that wasn't too shabby. It'd be easy to live in Southampton and do our laundry every week there. It was a very convenient location.
We got to walk through all the apartment complex around the place. So we kind of found like the little local hangout in a way.
I could see us staying there a lot longer than just 5 nights.
For sure.
But now it was time to get ready for our cruise, and I was excited.
I couldn't wait to just get on board and start our vacation.
Which wasn't complicated at all.
Because all you had to do is basically push your luggage and you were on the ship.
Luggage.
You're on the ship. Yeah, seriously, from hotel room to our cabin, I think it was under an hour.
Yeah.
They really had their stuff together at that cruise port.
Our routine is get on the ship, and if they're still cleaning the cabin, we just leave our bags in the closet, and that's what we did.
Yep, and then just figure out where you're going to go next on the ship. Usually make sure you do your muster and then get it going.
And then that's what we did. And we explored and got the lay of the land of the ship we were going to be on for the next 14 nights. I was looking forward to Santiago de Compostela, and we had 2 opportunities to do that, but Vigo stop was the most convenient. And we went for it. And I was so excited that we did that.
Worth the long ride.
It was about an hour.
I would have been fine with taking a train, but it seemed chaotic to take a train. I think the shuttle was the way to go.
Yeah, we would have had to make sure we didn't miss the train and what time the train, and then get from the port to the train and all of that. We ended up only paying $150 using that company. It was called Optimus Tours.
For the both of us.
Yeah, for the both of us. And so you're basically paying for transportation. Would the train have cost less? Absolutely. But we actually got some good information on that transportation ride. Tell us a story about why people come to Santiago de Compostela.
St. James.
St.
I
James.
don't know about St. James too much, except that I know he was like one of Jesus's main apostles.
Jesus told them to spread the word to the ends of the earth.
And so this was called like the ends of the earth back in the day. His apostles brought him here after he died, and then I guess the queen said you can't bury him on this land. We don't know why. And so she gave him 2 mules, which allowed them to carry his body to like the mountainside, and this is where they ended up finally arresting him in this small chapel. And then
That was like the 1st century, right, or something? Okay.
So after hundreds of years, they built a cathedral out of it, and so now they have this giant cathedral.
And people pilgrimage here. It's the 3rd pilgrimage?
Yeah, the 3rd largest pilgrimage.
What's the first one?
Rome, I would imagine Rome, and Jerusalem. Is the next.
Jerusalem, Rome, and then here. That's what she said.
So the Vatican, obviously.
It's pretty cool walking around.
Look at it right behind.
Look at that. That's our view right now. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
All right, we're going to keep walking around.
Ciao.
Ciao. It was really enjoyable to watch all those pilgrims arrive to Santiago de Compostela.
You could tell that they had come a long way. And from looking it up, the paths like all the way across Spain from France, or all the way from the bottom of Portugal all the way up the coastline to Spain. It's amazing how far people actually do these pilgrimages.
I wonder what it would be like to stay in Santiago de Compostela for a longer amount of time. It was busy with all the pilgrims coming in, but it was a very walkable town. I enjoyed just...
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good grocery stores with good pastries.
And as much as I enjoy getting off the ship, I also enjoy being on the ship. Because it's busy, DIY, tour bus, but I look forward to, we're just going to be on the ship today.
I just love that they cook dinner for you every night.
Yeah, that's the most convenient. Getting up in the morning, having our coffee. I just look forward to it. The juice bar.
We ended up having a really cool routine with those juice bars.
We really do. And then the Windjammer. I prefer the Windjammer over the dining room. I like the Windjammer. You can go twice, go for a smaller light meal, and go back later, go back 3 times.
Second dinners.
Why not? And I like the comedy shows the best on the ship. When they have the comedians.
Those are definitely our go-to entertainments.
And the love and marriage shows.
And don't forget the casino.
Oh my gosh. I have to find things to keep me out of the casino.
I know.
Like a beautiful sunset, perhaps.
Maybe.
Did this kickoff to our early retirement cost too much?
I don't know. Let's add it up. You're talking about Southampton. You're going to 3 locations out of Southampton. You're doing 2 cruises. You didn't even talk about Norway and the fjords, the waterfall. But what did it cost?
5 nights at the Moxie came to $687.50. But that's because we used the Marriott points. That came to about $114 a night because of the stay 4, get the 5th free Marriott perk. So if we had only paid cash, we'd be paying for 5 nights. But when you pay with points, you end up only using points for 4 nights. So that was a great deal.
The transportation that we took was $142, and that is the rail card, Salisbury, Bournemouth, and the Isle of Wight ferry.
Stonehenge tickets cost us $117, and we spent about $433 on meals, $81 on coffee. That was probably at eat, and $44 on snacks.
Laundry and errands were about 40 or so all in. The grand total Southampton cost was
$1,540. That was $687 for the hotel and $857 for everything else.
For the cruises, the cabins were free with the loyalty points, but the extras added up, and that was
$444 in taxes and fees, and you have to pay that regardless of the fact that your
Right.
cabin's free. $504 for the gratuities. We pay those in advance.
Wi-Fi.
We ended up paying $49 for data because we used Gig Sky. We paid $895 for all of our excursions. That was mostly in Norway.
Right. Those rib boat tours were absolutely phenomenal.
And we had a couple of little splurges too, because we had the buy one, get one dinner on board. And if you do that on the first or second night of the cruise, you know that one?
You get a buy one, get one free.
Yeah, we did that Giovanni's, and that was $48. And we spent $66 on snacks, $23 on coffee and drinks, and that includes on and off the ship, mostly off the ship.
Not too bad on coffee this time.
So the grand total
For both cruises came in around $2,000.
for Southampton and the cruises,
Together, it was $3,500. At home, that would cover about a month of mortgage for us.
right? Here it covered Stonehenge,
Fjords,
tapas,
and my sunsets. Our sunsets.
our balcony sunsets, my favorite.
Southampton was pretty awesome to finally just settle in, slow down, get used to slow traveling before we got on that cruise. We really liked that part. The cruise was dramatic, or because I think it was because it was two cruises in one, basically.
Lots of ports, lots of places to see that we hadn't been before.
Never seen those places, and absolutely spectacular Norway, fjords, waterfalls every single day, just blowing my mind.
And I'm glad we finally got to see Stonehenge.
Yeah, I liked all that stuff.
If you were in Southampton, where would you go on a day trip?